The battle for Istvan V raged. Brother fought against brother, Astartes against Astartes, and Primarch against Primarch. Upon the field of battle, Konrad Curze, Primarch of the Night Lord's Legion, tore through the ranks of the traitors with his lightning claws, laughing like a maniac at the carnage he wrought as he waded through the battle alongside his bodyguards, the Atramentars. During a brief moment of lucidity, he locked eyes with the arch-traitor himself, War Master Rogel Dawn, who was mowing down loyalists left and right with his massive chainsword, Storm's Teeth, along with his huskarls. Curze bellowed out a challenge to Dawn, but Dawn smirked and wagged his finger, denying him such an opportunity. A piercing scream came from above as Sanguinius swooped down, slashing with the blade and carmine. Sanguinius, like Curze, was laughing like a maniacal idiot, giddy at the pleasure that battle brought. Curze leapt upon the winged Primarch as he came in for another run, grabbing hold of his armour, and began to stab him repeatedly with his claws. Sanguinius let out a cry, not one of pain or anguish, but one that sounded of purest ecstasy, as if he was enjoying the pain being inflicted in some perverse way. The Angel of Pleasure struck back with repeated punches to the face, causing Curze to tumble and plummet to the ground with a hard crunch, kicking up an immense cloud of debris. As Sanguinius landed to inspect his handiwork, the Lord of Night pounced from the dust, slashing wildly with his serrated claws, tearing up the angel's once beautiful wings, the once pristine and pure white, now stained a deep crimson. Sanguinius wailed in pleasurable pain as Curze leapt upon him once more, pinning the angel to the dirt and raining blow after blow upon him, tearing his once beautiful face open with a series of deep cuts, the steaming blood streaming down his face like a river. Out of the corner of his eye, Sanguinius spotted the approaching Vulkan, who watched his brothers in sheer horror as they tried to kill one another. Konrad Curze was laughing like a man possessed, enjoying the pain he was inflicting. Sanguinius smiled slightly and called out to his brother. "Vulkan," he cried, "help me." Vulkan was stunned. His worldview was being called into question. Sanguinius was supposedly a traitor, but Curze was being nothing more than a sadistic beast. Torture was not the way of a noble warrior. What Curze was doing was wrong, but Sanguinius had betrayed their father. What was right now? What was wrong? Could he truly remain loyal to the Emperor if those loyal to him were capable of such cruelty? And not only that, but take pleasure from it? Could he follow orders even if they were to do something so wrong? He was always a loyal son who loved his father and his brothers. He detested the sight of his brothers, his family, killing one another. Vulkan stood at a crossroads. "Help me, Vulkan. Please, I'm your brother," Sanguinius cried once more, the voice echoing in Vulkan's mind. Vulkan marched closer, gripped his massive hammer, Dawnbringer, in both hands, and swung with all of his might. With a crack the sound of thunder, Curze was hurled from Sanguinius and knocked unconscious. Vulkan approached Sanguinius and offered him his hand, helping him to his feet. Sanguinius smiled an almost seductive grin and nodded. Vulkan gave the order, and the salamanders turned on their comrades, gunning down many who were unaware. The Night Lords, Alpha Legion, and Emperor's children were forced back to their own lines. But here, they could at least find respite and reinforcement at the hands of the Raven Guard and Dark Angels. Couldn't they?